this video. Apologies, it's a little mislabeled as Neopets browser game because this game is apparently not well known enough to be in the game categories, and I couldn't find any sort of other category. I don't know how to categorize things if they're not in the list. But anyways, this is Mweor, which is a cat pet sim game. And like how I said, I didn't grow up playing Neopets. This is what I grew up playing. I played a lot of Mweor as a kid. And it is Pride Month, so happy Pride, everyone. And you can see that the website has sort of, there's like a horse there. I don't know what's up with the horse on the cat website. Meow, stop it. But you can see the rainbow. They're clearly all for Pride. And I'll grab my daily monies. And on the news, you can see that they are celebrating Pride Month with some new items. And they are even, let's see, they're donating profits to the Trevor Project. So this is a very big deal, not only because it's great to have website support the LGBT community. So they've even got specific things, not just rainbow. Cool. I might do that. Just leave it rainbow all the time. It's cute and pretty. But it's a big deal because this website used to be owned by, I believe, a single owner who fairly recently transferred ownership to a new team, and it's the new team who's putting this stuff out. And I believe she was basically driven off the website for being homophobic. I mean, I don't know exactly everything that happened in her personal life because nobody knows. Ooh. This might be more difficult than I thought. I was going to show all the old posts that showed all the controversy, but it looks like they might have killed the newsfeed going back that far. That's interesting. I wonder if I can find... Whoa. There's a whole nother thing over here. Let's see what this is. Okay. That's good that they're not letting that on there. Wow, they really killed my whole video. I can't show. Let's see what we can find, shall we? But anyways, there was, so I guess I'll just talk about what I can remember. And if anyone knows how to get into, like, I don't know how to do the Wayback Machine to see archived posts or anything. Maybe it's just... It's gotta be archived somewhere, right? But basically what happened was, I believe there was sort of a push for there to be basically items for Pride, like how they're having now. um, and the old owner of the website. And there was also, I think, a push for there to be like ways to have same-sex couples for the cats. And the owner said no to both of those things. Uh, but like the way they said no was way worse than just if they had just not done it. Because, no one felt like they were entitled to the person to make them items. But the response we got was really, really bad. Okay, so here I can find someone talking about it. And it drove a lot of people off the website. I don't know if I can find screenshots of the actual post that Ka made, but yeah, you can see. So I didn't know anything about it, as I wasn't online when people were asking for that, and I just saw a news post that was from Ka supposedly apologizing, and their apology was so bad and so like, you're evil for getting mad at me, and the reason I can't put this on here is because I don't talk about political things, and gay people are political, or like, I can't have things that are religious or something. Even though they thanked God in the credits of their website, and they had lots of Christmas items, so I don't know. Somehow there was like a weird spiel. People got off into like this side topic about religion, um, and like, oh, we can't have religious stuff, even though being gay is not a religion. Um, so let's see if this person is clearly expressing their hurt, and let's see if they talk about. Okay, I didn't even know this part about Ka's husband strongly believing that acting on LGBT urges is living in sin or demonic possession. Um, yeah, let's see. Man, I'd love if someone did like a deep dive video on this. I didn't think I'd need to prepare sources because it had been just on the news feed, and I was going to just show you the post directly, but it looks like it got hidden. Whoops. Which is kind of shady in my opinion, but I guess they're um, maybe just don't want, if kids start playing them, to have to read all that. Though I don't know why anyone would read it unless they were specifically looking for it, because it's like in the past. Ooh, news archive. Let's see if we can get to older posts. Yeah, sorry for the disorganized way I'm going about this, because I am just sort of doing a spur of the moment stream, because I just sort of logged back in to Mweor. I haven't been on in a while, and I saw that Pride Month stuff was up, and after being around when a lot of people left, is that actually, am I getting any older? Oh yeah, still introducing the Ice Mweor. No, it has to be after that. Did it get removed? Let's try that. These are just boards. I want. Luckily, no one's watching right now. I'm getting bored watching the recording and made me want to jump ahead until I find something. I'm sure I will find something. Board wipe. Okay. So all this stuff by Nya, and I don't see anything by Ka. Even though ice Mweors were added while Ka was still here. So, like, ice Mweors have been here for a while. So, that is what is confusing me. Because I don't think they should have taken it down, because I think they should leave it up for accountability and for people to, like, who want to know what happened, to know why a bunch of people left the website. Very interesting. Okay. So here's talking about the change in ownership. So it looks like maybe they did wipe the homophobic post, but this post should talk about it some. So it looks like they bought it from Ka. So the new owners added to the TOS, and like you can see everything is fine now. You don't need to feel guilty for playing this website. Oh, hello, there's a viewer. But, so when the new owners came, they've blocked slurs, which it seems weird that that was allowed before. Sexuality and identity are no longer considered politics, which is what it was before. Which is similar to kind of the Neopets thing, except for Neopets, I think, was censoring it, and Wonka was, like, actively homophobic. So here's what Ka said as they left. And there has been more updates, too, since the new owners, so I really do think it's a better site. So, this might be the last. Let's see comments, maybe people talk more about it. So, a lot of people happy about the new admin, which makes sense. Blech. is my post I replied. Yeah, okay. So it is hidden. So we'll have to do some digging, and I might just end up just sort of kind of playing the game some, maybe talk about Otherkin if people want. This blog is kind of formatted bad. Oh, Jesus. Okay, okay, someone's got screenshots. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay, okay, here we go. Now we can go through it. So yeah, like I was saying, there was talk about maybe having same-sex couples allowed on the website through and in Mweor there's special leafs you can have that do certain things, like you can trans your gender with a leaf, and you can make an adult back into a kitten or make a kitten grow up into an adult, and all kinds of special things with leaves. So letting a same-sex couple be with a leaf doesn't seem too out of the wild for the website. Um, and there's I think there was some talk about it being difficult in coding to do, which if they just said that and they were like, no, this is hard to do, to code, I think it would have been fine, and then nobody would have cared that they didn't add it, but it kind of blew up. Breeding on Mweor usually follows natural genetics. That's an odd concern considering we have Technicolor cats with wings and horns. So it being more nature-like. And with the other leaves doing other magical changes, that seems like an excuse that people have. Wow, 4 years. Gay leaf suggestion. Okay, so we get to see Ka's first response to this. See, if they don't want to change how breeding works, that would be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think, okay, so that original response, I think, was fine. I don't know that people... Yeah, everyone was like, okay, boo, but alright. Yeah. People were then talking about other stuff. Yeah. So Furry Paws, which I have never used, was another website where Ka was a mod at least, and who was calling me? Mr. Scam Likely, I am streaming. You'll have to call me later. So people were bringing this up, that they're, you can talk about that on their other website. When have I ever treated any of you differently for being gay? Well, it's different, like, okay, maybe equally everyone can't talk about being gay, and straight people can't talk about being gay, but they're not gay, so they don't need to talk about it. So it affects different people differently. Yeah, I think the main thing was people started directly asking if she was homophobic, and yeah, this is the thing I was talking about the weird people where it was talking about religion, and I know there was a part where Ka said that, well, actually, it's not Christian, it's pagan. So if you want to get mad about me including stuff, you shouldn't get mad about me including Christian stuff. You should be mad that I'm including pagan stuff, which, like, okay. This is further back than I saw, because I wasn't on the Discord. I was just um, on the website. Wow. Don't like, don't play. That great comeback that every game developer should make. That totally won't make your website go down in popularity and lose you money. That's not a good move. Yeah, yeah. The direct questions that she was dodging. Yeah. Slippery slope. Oh, okay. I misread that. Yeah, like, it's like you don't need to put the items in the game. We just want you to say if you support gay people or not. And oh my god. Yeah, well, will not give a clear answer. I kind of want to skip ahead because you can find this. I want to skip ahead to the site post that I first saw because um, that's sort of how I found it. And this is the stuff that I first saw, which is Ka making a public post that was supposed to make them seem better, but as my first contact with it, I was like, this is gross. So let's see if I can. I think I first saw the post after that one, so I want to. Oh, there's lots of supplemental stuff in here. Causapology, yeah. This is the one I saw first. So I will read that one and talk about my reaction to it. So, I've seen your response to my last news post. I had no idea my words would cause this sort of a reaction. Uh, okay, no, okay. I must have seen the other one first. But, okay. Okay, now I know I'm misremembering this, because the other post was also supposed to be like, oh, don't worry, I support everyone, but it came off real bad. So... Oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry this isn't more organized. Hi everyone. I wanted to make a clarifying post since rumors have been flying around and not everyone was part of the original discussion. Everyone is welcome to play Mweor provided you follow our terms of service. Your race, color, and creed are irrelevant to this. You are welcome. I will not be stating my personal beliefs publicly. See, there's a problem. It's like, Mweor is not my social justice or political platform. It's a virtual cat game. Remaining neutral is important to me. I would challenge any of you to name a single time when I've discriminated against anyone on Mweor for their race, color, creed, or identity. And I believe I made a post on this specifically, talking about how remaining neutral on things about civil rights is siding with the enemy. Like, staying silent is letting bad stuff continue to happen, and also just having the very existence of gay people be considered social justice or political is homophobic. It's like, like you would say, like, oh, we're not going to talk about having brown hair on here because this is not a social justice platform. It's like, no, that's just part of what makes up a person. And yeah, I will not be, talk about the leaf, skip that. I will not be adding pride items, because adding pride items would put me in a situation where people would feel like if I didn't add items to support their particular cause, I was against their cause. Mweor is not a social justice or political platform. As has always been the case, you're welcome to design Mweors or use existing items in clever ways to demonstrate. My cat just fell off the table. Demonstrate your support of causes. But again, being gay isn't a cause. It's being gay. And here's the dumb fucking pagan thing. Some players have claimed adding Christmas Easter items is already not neutral. Many people do not realize it, but Christmas Easter are pagan in origin, not Christian. Which, first of all, like, everybody, like, maybe there is. I've seen some controversy about different people arguing for different things, if they had pagan origins or not. But it doesn't matter because they're Christian holidays now. And second of all, even if it was pagan, you would still be taking a religious stance. So that's a bizarre argument to me, and just completely out of the left field. And then a bit about, just because you put money in the game doesn't mean I get to, you get to know anything about me. Yeah, so I had only just heard about the post, and so that's where some of the stuff, and like, we never, like, and honestly, some of the comments pissed me off more, because just sort of calling everyone's justified being upset, like, overreacting, and being like, oh, you're making everything political and you ruin everything, then that's pushes biology a little too far for this game. Is just a completely ridiculous justification in a game where you can have a cat with 3 sets of wings and is bright purple. Like, I'm just gonna show you some of my cats. Like, yeah, or if Sure, following biology. Look at that. Boy. Let me show some of my retired Mweors. Like I have a whole category of just rainbow cats. Apparently you're not allowed to see them because it's not loading. Like, this is one of my favorite cats. It's a water cat with fins and rainbow spots and green Appaloosa markings on it. And this are my flying ice cat with horns. So I don't think it's about preserving biological integrity. But I do feel like some of the comments end up explaining really well. I'll see if my comment made it into this compilation. That would be cool. So I really wish everyone would stop acting like people were freaking out over an item. This is not the case. The fact of the matter is some of us have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the website not knowing whether or not the creator even supports us on the outside. That is a big issue. The reasons to not implement the leaf are fine, and she gave valid reasons as why it wouldn't work out. Again, this had nothing to do with the leaf. Many other sim sites have pride items, but that's not even why people are upset, for the record. Supporting LGBTQ people is not a political thing. Exactly. It's a supporting basic human rights thing. Just because some holidays are pagan in origin doesn't mean you're neutral. God is literally in the credits for Mweor. Respectfully, remaining neutral is as bad as being openly against us. And I'm honestly sad to say I will not continue to support a site that does not support me. And that was how I felt about it at the time. A lot of people, there was a big movement thing where people sort of started putting in their bios, like, their other websites and being like gay rights and stuff, and like, leaving, but just sort of leaving their page up as like a protest. And I did that for a little while. Yeah, there's a big disconnect with straight people seeing themselves as the default and seeing gay people as purely a political issue. Gay people deserve to be represented even in places that don't focus on political issues or social justice. The fact that it's considered a bold move instead of just neutral acknowledgement is pretty troubling in of itself. I exist, this is my life, and just how I am. Yeah. Nobody's going to rag on you for adding pride items. The logic of, if I add inclusive items, then I'll have to add more inclusive items is really just pathetic. Yeah, like, if there's more items that your user base wants, it seems like, okay, yeah, you should add more items. Like, that's part of your job as someone who runs the pet site and updates it, is just to listen to the community feedback and give people things they want, so they continue to spend money on your game. Like, the whole... like, oh, it's a slippery slope. I'll have to keep working on my game website that I own and make money from. I'll have to put effort into my job? No. Like that, it's just stupid. Yeah. I want to clarify that people are not as mad about the leaf at all in comparison to your reaction, doubling down, and inability to apologize and be transparent about the old furry paws ban. People want to know if you've actually moved on from that, and you haven't really shown us. That is why people are so angry. It's frustrating to see the being reframed about the rejection of the leaf itself. I do want to stay on the site. I've been here for a very long time and have made great friends, got close to the community, and I want that to continue. But it's really disappointing, and I won't lie to you. Yeah, I was kind of really torn, because at this point I had been playing Mweor every single day, which I kind of do on and off with pet sites. I'll step away from them for a couple of years, and then I'll come back and be like, I'm playing them all the time. So I was playing Mweor a lot right when this happened, and I had never heard of any of this stuff, and then I just see this news post, and this whole flood of comments, kind of giving context. Yeah, really screams all lives matter vibes. Yeah, so I was like, what? And I like we're doing now, I just spent a while scrolling through and reading what everyone, was saying. Um, Yeah. A safe haven away from politics. Ugh. We can all have our beliefs. I'm sorry, it just makes me so angry. I'm being on the side at the time and like going through and reading people just not caring. Yeah, please reread because there's a lot of people who explained it really well. Um, so having people still talk about how they shouldn't have to bring politics into the cat game when people explained why it's homophobic to consider being gay politics in the first place uh, were really well put out in detail already. Um, made people really upset. Oh, I didn't know. Apparently, there was deletion of pro-LGBT replies and people receiving warnings. I didn't receive a warning, and I did. I did make some comments, and deleting the comments shows kind of even more that she's just doubling down on being homophobic and not letting people, not letting people's voices be heard. And I had just through that board, I had found a lot of people for that seems cool who were arguing that gay people aren't political and we should be allowed to talk about being gay and know if the person running the site supports being gay. Because, like, listen, like, you might think, oh, you shouldn't be entitled to someone's personal beliefs, but it's not personal beliefs. Like, if like someone was like fucking racist or some shit, uh, like, that's something I feel like you deserve to know. And like how J.K. Rowling is transphobic. It's like if you're a bigot, we don't support your work. So we should be told if you're a bigot or not, because we have the right to know if our money is going to someone who would take our rights away, because we're not going to give you money. So, oh my god. Oh my god, there's a whole nother can of worms here with other mods, I guess, that I just didn't know about. So I'd love if maybe like the YouTuber who actually knew how to make videos, like if Petsum or Julie were interested in this topic, um, I would love to see that video. But it looks like this is a great resource here um, for everything that happened on the website. So yeah, that's the controversy. That's what happened. Um, I'm gonna assume that's basically why uh, the site was given to new owners, because like it happened right around the same time. And there's a lot of good points here. So my eyebrows are just raised because there is some stuff that I did not know. Whoa, okay. So there's a lot that you could really get into. That I feel like I'd want to read more about that beforehand, because I thought I knew what I was going to be talking about because I was on the website when this happened. But it looks like there's a lot that happened in forums that because I didn't know any about this police stuff, which I guess is why. Oh, ooh. I guess that's why they had that post and why Back the Blue stuff is no longer allowed on the website. So, wow, I'm getting all the way into Reddit posts now. I don't even know what website this is. Oh, it's the light mode of Reddit. I only have ever been on Reddit in dark mode, so I was like, what the hell is that? Apparently, not paying artists either. Oh, wow. So, I haven't. Let's go ahead and bookmark that so I don't lose that. I haven't been on the website really since then very much. I played a little bit. Um, so now that we're here and that I've covered that, sort of just like the hook for my video, I thought we would play a little bit of Mweor so we can see what the website is like now after the new ownership, and also maybe look at the new items. And, it supports charity. And I know sometimes charities can be shady, but I think I've only heard good things about this one. The donation shop. These rewards will. Okay, so they've added a new shop. Oh, you get donation points. Well, that's exciting. So you basically get, not only does it go to charity, you get double extra rewards. Purchasing any MP will earn you Heart Full of Pride badge. The donation shop will be available for all of June. And I'm curious if there's any lore about the Pegasus in the Pride skin, because I've never seen any horses on here. Wow, it's a new shop. Let's check out all the new shops and see if we can change the skin so we can keep it like that, because I do like a rainbow gradient. You might know from my Neopet Catopans website that I made. Let's do a random Neopet thing. Okay. And now I've actually got Neopets in the stream, so the tag isn't completely off. So this website that I made with HTML, full of rainbow gradient. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. So we want to keep that. So we've got a bunch of different ace stuff. See if maybe I want to get something for my cats. So let's open up my cattery in another tab and look at my customs, because these ones, so basically in Mweor, the cats don't die, but they do get old enough that you can't really do anything with them anymore, unless they're a custom, and then they're basically immortal. So you get one when you first join the site, that's just sort of one solid color. But then you can earn the paid site currency, which is MP, to buy a statue, which you can use to make a custom, or you can get some basic customs with fame points, which you can earn through battling and releasing Mweors into the wild, which is sort of like the Flight Rising exalting feature, except for in this website, when they go into the wild, another player can eventually find them when they're exploring in the wild and sort of befriend them into going back into their own cattery. But then if a Mweor got from the wild, which comes in as a wild Mweor, you can't then release it again for points. So you can only do a release Mweors for points that were bred in a cattery, basically. So I've never spent money on the website. I try to avoid spending money on websites that are basically free. I almost did at one point when Mweor was doing a different charity, but that was before they transferred ownership, so I was really glad that I didn't do that when the whole controversy came out. But I might do that. It depends. I mean, if it's going to charity, so even if I don't end up playing with it a lot, it's a good cause. I'll have to double check how much it costs. So this one, I think I saved up the paid currency for by selling things and basically using fame points to buy the more basic custom statues and then resell those for this one so I could afford a more complicated custom statue, because you can't get sort of elemental Mweors with the ones that you can buy with the fame, only sort of basic Mweors, which are like this or like this. This one has a wing mutation, but its default species wouldn't have that. So they're called lesser Mweors, and the elemental ones are greater Mweors. So in the default form, it wouldn't have that. This is the one marking that I gave it. This guy has little splattery feet. So I'm trying to see if maybe any of them would look good in Pride Flag. I don't have too much lore for my individual cats, but I think dressing up custom makes more sense because I'm going to keep them on the page, though I have some retired Mweors that I like that are being kept. I have a little more lore for these ones. Here, I might want to get him a pride thing, because I think I have that he is bisexual in the lore. Oh, wrong. Where'd he go? There he is. So he's got sort of soft pinks. Oh, he would look good with a trans flag. I canonically have this character as trans, though. I don't know if that would look as good. And you know I gotta prioritize fashion. Rainbow would look good against the dark colors, though. And the rainbow's inclusive of all sorts of things. So here's Pan. Pan has pink in it. You know, either Pan or Bi would work for him. I know to some people the distinction is important, but it's kind of a little bit interchangeable in my head. Bi would also... it's a little dark. Okay. Well, let's see about the donation shop. I don't know why it's not linked like all the other shops are linked in the announcement, but I'm sure we can find it. Let's just grab something from the dumpster. Which is basically like the money tree in Neopets. And here's the fame shop. The Battle Point C, you can get like a basic statue. And then the statue shop, some more complicated stuff. I wonder if maybe the donation shop isn't actually up. It would be weird to make, because the Pride item shop is in the list. It would be weird to put it in the news and not have it actually up yet. Oh, you can find it in the MP Center. Okay. There it is. Ooh. Okay, that's what that is. I was wondering. So you can get a Rainbow Pegasus, and that's what shows up on the front. Interesting that the pet is cheaper than this plushie. Some golden boys. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see when I bought that, and that's interesting. You can see how I earned all my MP. I can see I made just a little bit at a time. Yeah, I think this was someone gave it to me as a gift, which I think is the main reason I was able to afford that. So I really appreciated that. So let's see how much MP is. So 60% of the money will be going to the Trevor Project. Mweor points. Let's look at the MP shop as well to see what sort of stuff we could get if I did. Leaves. You can get those fairly easily. So the only thing I guess I would be interested in to spend MP on is a statue to make a custom. So it looks like right now there's air Mweors in the shop. That's pretty cool. I know I had an idea. Yeah, I wanted to make a custom based on this cat because I like the way the colors come together. But it doesn't have to be a water Mweor. I mean, I already have a custom water Mweor, so I mean, they could be a breeding pair, which could be cool, and it would make little water Mweors, but it also would be cool to have more variety in what stays on the in the usable area, because I'll leave the site, like I said, and come back. So usually when I come back, a lot of the ones that aren't ageless will be aged out of. I can't use them anymore. We've got some on here that are still kind of young. They're not like young, but they're not too old to use yet, and so I might go through here and see what I want to keep and what I want to release to get fame points, like I was talking about. But before I get distracted again, okay. So for every $1, you get 2 MP. So let's see how much money that would actually be. So, calculator. I'm bad at math, so. Okay. So for the mid-tier special guy, that's about $22, which is just too much for just some little pixels guy for where I am in my life right now. And I mean, having it go to the charity would be good, but I feel like at that amount of bonus, I would rather just give to charity, and I don't really have, like, I could spend some money on fun stuff, but not a lot, and I have a lot of species dysphoria, so I'm saving money for that. So, $22 is too large of a cut for me to consider it worth it. Though I'm very glad that they're doing that, and I hope they raise a lot of money for the charity. So I guess I'll just do some regular gameplay now then. And so when I come back after a while, I like to go through some of the guys and just release any that I don't really need. I'm not really feeling the way their colors go together, and then I'll get money and fame points, both of which is desirable. And you could probably sell them to other players for more money, but I find the fame points more valuable than money, so sometimes I'll even buy Mweors specifically to release them to get fame points, which can be kind of exciting, trying to find a Mweor that you can release and get more money than you bought it for. I try not to get any that I think are pretty. That one's kind of cool, you say. or if someone's put in their name or bio not to buy to release, and I won't do that. But I think it's um, exciting and sort of gives me kind of a gambling type excitement feel to try to find those and buy them up before anyone else can. Sorry, I'm just have to drink some tea for my throat. I learned since my first stream I should have some soothing beverages. And then sometimes if I have a pretty one that I don't really feel the need to have, I will sell it instead of releasing it. Because even though someone can get it if it's released, I feel like it's more like I don't want to. Sometimes I just don't want to let them, run around when I feel like they're nice enough that someone would be happy to own them. Yeah. Anyways, I guess now that I'm just kind of chilling, I can talk about other kin things again, that we've gone over the homophobia controversy, because I did just kind of want to vent about how the other day at work, I had a coworker, that's a word, a coworker showed me a video of someone like quad walking, which is where someone walks on all fours, but there's like some kind of technique to it that makes it, I don't know, it just works better, it looks more natural like a four-legged animal. I think it's really cool and it can certainly help with species dysphoria. But he showed me it and he was like, oh, if they were all in the middle of the road doing that in my way, I would kick them. He was like, I don't judge, but I would kick them if they're doing that dumb shit. Like, people can do whatever they want, but if they were in my way, I would be so mad. But, like, they were very clearly not in anyone's way. They weren't in the road. I don't know why he mentioned the road like he would be driving. They were on, like, some, like, cobblestone area, and there was no other people around. So it's like, would you have said that if they were doing something you didn't think was weird? Or do you just like to project that people are in your path so you can imagine violence, which is its own kind of messed up thing? But very clearly, it wasn't about concern for foot traffic. It was that you thought they were weird and you wanted to make fun of them, but you wanted to seem less bad than like you were making fun of something completely harmless, so you made up a thing to be mad about. So you could talk about being violent towards someone that you think is weird. And, as other kin, just like being right there, being shown like something that I really think is cool and helpful and I want to do and learn how to do well, um, just being made fun of was pretty hurtful. Oh my god, I have 3 viewers. That's so many. Um, Whoa. Feel free to say hi or anything in the chat room if there's anything you want me to talk about or do on the site. Let me know. Right now, I'm just kind of going through. Okay, I did already. So, but yeah, that was it. It just that really sucked and it hurt. It sucks because that guy, he's got a lot of bad opinions, but he's also like on an interpersonal level typically the nicest person to me at work, so it's hard, um, which I think makes it hurt more, because if it was someone who was just an asshole to me all the time, I wouldn't like care about his opinion. But he's like kind of trying to be my friend, and I typically, if someone's being nice to me, I want to be nice to them back. But like he's, uh, oh yeah, I have like little dailies. I get money. It's been so long since I played this game, y'all. um, so it's just hurtful, and people should just not make fun of things that aren't bad, because like you never know how it's hurting people around you. And so I basically like dissociated for like the next 3 hours, because I was at work and I wanted to cry and break down, but I couldn't because I was at work and I needed to do work. Um, One of the viewers didn't like being acknowledged. There's only 2 now. um, yeah, I'm trying to. I feel like I had more to say about that, but I can't remember. But it just sucks to feel like an outsider, and like people who aren't even trying to be mean to me. Like, oh yeah, I was saying like because he's trying to be friendly, but then he still says something incredibly hurtful. It hurts more because it's not like, oh, he's just being a jerk to be a jerk. It's like, oh, that he actually thinks that. Like if he didn't know me personally and I made a quad walking video, uh, he would talk about kicking me. So that doesn't make me feel safe. Um, anyway, so I'll just do some dailies in the game and then let me in. So I have a strategy for this game. I always start at 500, just sort of go in like blocks to narrow it down in the fewest guess numbers that I can do. Yeah, I usually get it an 11. Sometimes if I'm lucky less, but usually 11. Yeah, so normally I would just do some of these dailies here, and then I would go through and breed any of the Mweors, because it's free to breed them, and even if you don't get a good baby, like even if you can't sell it, like how you saw before, you can just release them and make money that way. So you want to be breeding as much as possible in this game. Okay, that was a little better. Whoops. Oh wow, that was lucky. So sometimes I'll breed to other cats in my cattery, but normally I'll just keep the female cats. I'll take care of all of them, and then I'll go find cats up for stud because it's a little easier to just search for all the traits that I want over there than to keep them in here. But sometimes I end up liking a boy cat and I want to keep him, so that's why sometimes he's dark. That's why. Um, yeah, I don't know that that part's going to be real interesting, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Um, because I don't have much more to talk about, and I don't want to be doing. I either want to be doing interesting gameplay or having an interesting conversation. Uh, so if I'm just going to be kind of doing boring gameplay and I've run out of things to talk about, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.